What up, YouTube? It's your boy Mike T's back at it with another video. And today we're going to be discussing some Silky socks. Now, Silky socks has been in the game for a while, and they started out with sublimation blanks. Needless to say, they expanded from just sublimation socks to beanies to underwears to bras to actual joggers to shirts to so many other things. So I'm glad to announce that they have just rolled out a new product. You heard me, a new product. Silky socks with the capability of DTF prints. So yes, your boy is going to be using his KRISPY prints on some Silky socks, and we're going to actually get this ball rolling. If this is your first time here, please like, comment, and subscribe. I make content like this all the time. And once again, shout out to the whole Silky socks fam. If you guys want to place an order, the links will be down in the description below. And yeah, let's use these KRISPY prints to get this party started. So I was introduced to Silky socks, I would say around 2018, 2019. And they actually had sent me out a package of Silky socks for me to try out. At this time, they were basically just sublimation blanks or sublimation socks. Danish, aka Danny, has been there with me since the beginning of my actual journey with the actual print industry. He's also came on to the Squad Creative Podcast. Now, the Squad Creative Podcast is a podcast with me and my brother Silky, where we sit down with creators and visionaries and basically the owner of companies to talk about their journey, how they got started, how they're so successful, and some tips that they can help with furthering your career, or some trials and errors that they went through that they can actually recite to you to help you become better at what it is that you're trying to achieve in the print industry. I digress. So let's read this about us from Silky socks. And I gotta say, shout out to you, Danish. I greatly appreciate you. The about us. Silky socks was founded in 2013 by creating a quality blank sock that was easy to sublimate and very comfortable to wear. We shared this sock with the sublimation community and have since supplied a network of amazing printers and crafters worldwide with our blanks. This is very true. We've now expanded the blanks product line into a full line of apparel items, including underwear, shirts, sleeves, headwear, and more. Our mission: to be the best sublimation blank supplier for printers worldwide, and to share our story and spread positivity while we are doing it. The story of how it started, as told by founder Danish Kazmali. I started as a screen print broker in 2009 with a volunteer shirt project for nonprofit organizations. 1,000 shirts it was, and I did it all for free just to learn. Right after that, I launched a company called Silk Screen Apparel, which printed custom t-shirts using screen printing. I was a middleman between the client and the factories, and it became my full-time business, and I did well. However, after about 3 to 4 years of this, I felt the itch to provide the apparel industry with something new. I just didn't know what it was yet. So I'm getting ready to press up some Silky socks with the DTF transfers from KRISPY Prints. I'm using some red ones. I'll show you exactly which ones I'm talking about. So my heat press is at 320 degrees. I'm going to press for about 15 seconds. So what we have here is the red sock. Shout out to Silky socks, Danish. I greatly appreciate you once again. All socks come with these jigs right here. Now I'm used to these jigs from doing sublimation. If anybody needs help or have any questions to sublimation, I have a whole, I think 140 videos dedicated just to sublimation right here. So I have my left and my right on the jigs, and I'm making sure to face them opposite of each other. That way then I'm pressing them on the right side. We're going to be using these right here. Ho, ho, ho. Yes, we are in the holiday spirit, as it is close to Christmas. Then, one day, an industry friend of mine casually mentioned a large trade show happening in China and said, yo, you should go. With nothing to lose, I said, why not? And just went. I didn't have any contacts there, but I wanted to learn and do the research about manufacturing and importing. A few months after I returned, a client asked, can you do socks for my brand? See how God was working? I said, yes, I can. I began manufacturing and importing custom knitted socks from my factory contacts in China after that. A few months later, I was wondering if one of those socks could be customized with a print. I did do some type of a measurement when I was actually building this KRISPY gang sheet. And my image roughly is 3.5 by 4 inches. So 3.5 by 4 inches. The temperature is at 320 degrees, and I'm going to press for roughly 10 to 15 seconds each. I'm going to go with firm close. Now this is an old heat press, guys, so I actually got to lean into it to get that desired effect. But I'm just going to let it count down like normal. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm curious to see how this is going to adhere to the sock. At this time, 2012, 2013, Nike Elite socks with custom print were selling for $30 to $40 a pair. It's a nice markup, nice profit markup, which I thought was crazy high. So this tickled my curiosity, and I thought there has to be a better way. After some more research, I contacted a sublimation printer dealer, asked if I could test print on the sock using their equipment. They said, sure, come down. We pressed it together, and upon lifting the transfer sheet off the socks, 1, 2, 3, peel. Wow! We were both mesmerized. The fabric took the print beautifully. Right there, the idea of Silky socks was born. And I went home thinking, this is not just a product. This is a whole new company. A few days later, I purchased the domain name SilkySocks.com on GoDaddy, and the rest is history. And hopefully I pressed it right. Oh, that came out beautifully. So simply what I did is just I lifted. This had a second to cool as well, so hopefully nothing lifts up. It came out beautifully. Now we're going to do a closing press. So that means I'm actually going to hit this one more time for about 5 seconds. What I'm going to do is a closing press on here to make sure that that DTF image is actually in there. Roughly about, I don't know, 3 to 5 seconds. We're just going to remove the jig and actually look at the sock. So there you go, guys. That's just my first press, my first time actually using, and I think this is going to be a hit. Shout out to Danish from Silky Socks. I greatly appreciate you sponsoring this video. And if you guys haven't had the chance, please head on over to SilkySocks.com and purchase some of these awesome DTF socks. They come in all shades and colors, so I'm using red simply for the holidays, but they got the blues, they got the whites, they got the black on black, and of course, they have a ton of different sublimation items, such as hats, sublimation undies, sublimation joggers, sublimation beanie caps. I think I already said that. Guys, it almost feels screen printed on here, for real. It doesn't even feel like a direct-to-film transfer, if I'm to be completely honest with you. And this is an afterthought. Alright? Yeah, shout out to Danish. I greatly appreciate you there, sir. My good sir. Wow. Visionary, from just having an idea to actually taking the trip all the way out to China to actually starting a whole company. Shout out to you, Danish.